Have you ever considered that the most powerful force on this planet is completely invisible? It's not some superhero or a cosmic entity, it's bacteria. These tiny organisms were the first life on Earth, appearing over 3.5 billion years ago, long before any plants or animals. For billions of years, they were the undisputed rulers of this planet, silently shaping it into the world we know today. They are the invisible architects of our world. Think about the air you're breathing right now. The oxygen in it? We have ancient bacteria to thank for that. Through a process called photosynthesis, they began pumping oxygen into the atmosphere, triggering what's known as the Great Oxygenation Event. This single act paved the way for all complex oxygen-breathing life to evolve, including us. Without them, we simply wouldn't be here. Their resilience is nothing short of astonishing. Bacteria have conquered every corner of the globe, thriving in places where no other life can. We find them in boiling hot springs, deep-sea volcanic vents, the frozen ice of the poles, and even in lakes so acidic they could dissolve metal. This incredible adaptability showcases evolution in its most raw and creative form. They are the ultimate survivors, a testament to life's tenacity. But they aren't just lone wolves. Bacteria are masters of partnership. Early in life's history, they began forming symbiotic relationships. In fact, the very engines of our cells, the mitochondria that give us energy, and the chloroplasts that power plants, were once free-living bacteria. They were absorbed by larger cells in a groundbreaking act of cooperation, a partnership that has lasted for over 1 billion years and made all complex life possible. So, when did our relationship with these ancient partners turn sour? At some point, some bacteria evolved a different strategy: invasion. They developed tools to break into host organisms, steal their resources, and multiply, causing disease. For our ancient ancestors, these invisible invaders were a terrifying and mysterious threat. Outbreaks and plagues swept through early human populations, who had no idea what was causing the sickness and death around them. For thousands of years, humanity was in the dark. Infections were a part of life, but their cause was a complete mystery. People blamed bad air or miasma, divine punishment, or imbalances in the body. Without understanding the enemy, there was no way to effectively fight back. This long age of mystery meant that a simple cut could be a death sentence, and entire communities could be wiped out by an unseen foe. Then, everything changed. The invention of the microscope in the 17th century opened up a new reality. For the first time, we could see the microbial world. A Dutch scientist named Antony van Leeuwenhoek was the first to observe these animalcules, as he called them, squirming in a drop of water. This was the first glimpse into the invisible war. But it would take another 200 years for scientists like Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch to connect these tiny organisms to disease. Pasteur's work was revolutionary. He definitively proved the germ theory of disease, showing that microbes were responsible for infections and decay. This knowledge armed humanity with its first real weapons. Suddenly, simple acts like washing hands, sterilizing medical tools, and ensuring clean water supplies became powerful tools to prevent disease. Pasteur also pioneered vaccination, a way to train the body's immune system to recognize and fight off specific invaders. For the first time, we were on the offensive. The 20th century brought our ultimate weapon. In 1928, a Scottish scientist named Alexander Fleming was tidying his lab when he noticed something peculiar. A patch of mold was growing on one of his petri dishes, and around it, the bacteria had been completely wiped out. He had accidentally discovered penicillin, the world's first antibiotic. This discovery would change medicine forever. The antibiotic era had begun. For a while, it seemed like we had won the war. Antibiotics were miracle drugs, capable of curing diseases that had plagued humanity for millennia. Surgeries became safer, infections became treatable, and life expectancy soared. We could finally fight bacteria on our own terms, directly targeting and destroying them within the human body. It felt like we had achieved total victory over our microscopic enemies, but we underestimated our opponent. Bacteria have been evolving for billions of years, and they are masters of adaptation. Faced with our antibiotic arsenal, they did what they do best. They evolved. Through rapid genetic mutations and sharing resistance genes with each other, they began to fight back. Bacteria that were once easily killed by antibiotics became resistant, creating superbugs that are immune to our best drugs. The war is far from over. Today, we are in an arms race with bacteria. Scientists are desperately searching for new ways to fight them. Some are looking to nature, exploring phage therapy, which uses viruses that specifically hunt and kill bacteria. Others are turning to cutting-edge genetic engineering, like CRISPR, to disarm bacteria or make them vulnerable to old antibiotics again. This invisible war continues, and the stakes have never been higher. The story of bacteria is really the story of life itself. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the deep, intricate connections that bind all living things together. They are not just our enemies. They are ancestors, our partners, and an essential part of our planet's ecosystem. Understanding this complex relationship is crucial, not just for the future of our health, but for the health of our entire world. They were here long before us, and they will be here long after we are gone. The invisible war is one we can't win, only manage. And it all starts with understanding the tiny giants that rule our world. If you enjoyed this journey into the microbial world, please consider supporting our channel. Your subscription is the fuel that powers these deep dives. Hitting that like button tells the YouTube algorithm that this story matters. Let's build a community of curious minds together. Subscribe and like for more content that makes you see the world differently. Thank you for watching.